What's up, man? Yo, William, are you there? No, he's not. What's up, Eva? What's going on, Manny? It's cool, man. Cold weather is definitely not the ideal. Hate cold weather. And we're supposed to get a lot of snow this weekend in NC, so I'm not looking forward to it at all. At all. Hmm. But how are y'all? How's the weather where y'all at? Is it like extremely cold? Yeah, I said NC. I still got ice on my back patio from last week. Yeah. In Charlotte and it's freezing. 100%. 100%. 100%. Hate the cold though. If your close friend is a doctor, is it normal to be delivered for hours without an explanation? What do you mean delivered? Dallas just got snow, but the cold has mellowed out. Gotcha. I envy y'all. It's like 20 degrees here every day or less. If your friend is a doctor and you were left undelivered, I mean, what does them being a doctor have to do with anything? You went for a walk in 70-degree weather? Yeah. Now I was gonna come to DC this month, and I changed my mind. I said, why would I go to DC in the wintertime? That's poor planning on my behalf. What did I just see? I sent you a message, review my dating profile. I promise on your live, but you yes. My bad, bro. I get a lot of DMs, so I probably got buried, but I'll make it a priority to check it out after this live. Normally don't answer DMs on TikTok, but I will answer yours. It's so unusually cold. Don't come yet. Okay. I won't come yet either. I'll wait till spring to make that trip. Wait till spring. Able to get them fits off though. That's the one good thing about winter, man. Get them fits off for sure. All right, people. Questions. Dating and relationship Q&A. Either drop your question in the chat or hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'll bring you up and we'll talk about your issue.
Yo,
Yo,
what's up, man?
what's going on, Chief?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a question, right? To give some backstory. My ex broke up with me like probably 2.5 months ago. When I was at the lowest point in my life.
Mm.
So, I don't really have anything that I would want to go back for. And I realized the whole thing. Like I missed the feeling. I missed the idealization. Um, and I'm talking with this new girl, right? And we've been dating for some time, and I really do like her for how much I can like somebody. It was my first heartbreak, so it's a very different way of loving. After you get your first heartbreak, you can't really get that obsessively in love. But for how much a good man should be able, I think, to love someone and like someone, I do. But I have an issue that I don't. I'm worried that like heal enough. I don't know, maybe it sounds weird, but like society tells you, like, oh, you should heal. You need to take time for yourself. No, and I've been doing a lot of growing, because I'm not saying that I was a perfect person back in my other relationship, but it feels weird. It's like the whole world is telling you A and you're doing B, but feels fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't really know where to position myself in this.
Okay. How long was your last relationship?
2.5 years.
And how long was the gap between you ending that relationship and dealing with this new person?
I think about 2.5 months, maybe 3. But the thing is, right, for you to understand, I got depressed, and back then I got a possible cancer diagnosis. So and I'm 19, by the way. So that was very hard, and that's the moment she chose to leave me and to not talk about things, to keep things for herself, not trying to communicate. So it's really not that I would ever see it even as an option to go back. And to be completely honest, I really did look at myself in a critical way. Like, what did I do wrong? But again, as I said, I was 19, 18 back then, and the doctor was telling me that I maybe had cancer. So what could I do better in such a situation? And that's why I don't really see it as a problem that I'm talking to her right now and I'm dating with her. But then again, the same thing that not same, but the other thing that I just told you, right, is also in my head.
Okay. So how long have you been dating a new woman?
I've been dating I think about 3 weeks, maybe a month. But to give you that, I already knew her. We had something 4 years ago for 2 months, so I do know her already in some type of way.
Okay.
It's just that we reached out again. But I think I've been there. Well, you can't compare someone from 4 years ago, but 3 weeks. About that.
Okay. I mean, ideally, you would take a break and unpack the last situation you were in, fully grieve it before you move on. You didn't do that. That's fine. You're human. Many people don't. When I ended my relationship, man, I was out in the streets immediately. Sesame Street. I was out that bitch like Elmo. So I understand it. I give this advice, but it's at the same time, I'm human too, right? So I get it. But you already are dealing with somebody now, right? So make the most of it. Right?
Yeah.
Try your best not to let the past influence this new situation. Do what you can to forgive your ex, right? There may be, you can still kind of process that last situation while with this situation, right? You can still do that reflection work, as far as reflecting on what happened and seeing what lessons you can extract from it, wow, in this situation. It won't be as clean, but it's possible, right? Life is messy. People, even though when people say to take a break, it's recommended, it's ideal, best case scenario, same time, people don't do that and they're just fine. So this could be a good situation for you. Just do the best you can. That's what I would say.
Yeah, right. Of course I'm going to do the best that I can, and that's the comforting thing, right? Because the girl that I'm talking to right now, I mean, as you just heard, I don't know, not talking about your feelings when somebody is at the lowest point doesn't really signal emotional intelligence. And meanwhile, the girl that I'm talking to right now, I just told her immediately, I explained the situation, that I had a 2.5 year long relationship, but I do really like her. I do want to talk. And from her side, she's so emotionally intelligent that she just says, you can talk to me about it, I don't mind it. It's fine. And I don't know, it just feels so nice to, to just have even someone to talk to that wants to listen to you. And that being the girl that is romantically interested in you. I mean, for me, that's a sign of very high emotional intelligence, in my opinion. So okay. I think it'll be fine.
Time will tell, but good. Keep the optimism.
Time will surely tell.
Yeah, it's been what, 3 weeks, so it's a little early, but time will tell, bro. Time will tell. Just
I know.
keep doing what you're doing. Connect with her. Even makes a good point. Don't trauma dump on her, right? So don't just use her as an emotional sponge. But keep connecting. Sounds good, man. Keep me posted on how it progresses. Okay.
Yeah, of course, man. I will. Thank you so much, man.
All right, brother. You take care.
Take care.
Right, Veronica.
Hey,
Hi.
what's the conversation about today?
This is a dating and relationship Q&A.
Okay, so I was wondering, a lot of the stuff I think I've been going through personally, have been pretty good. I wouldn't really say I have anything like negative to say. Um, except dating is just daunting in general. I just seem to be like very withdrawn from the process lately. I'm there physically, but I'm not like, I guess I would love to do more active listening. Um, like when I hear like my partner talking, sometimes I'm listening and I'm hearing like a bunch of problems that need fixing, and I'm the kind of person who just doesn't sit down, I guess, and do nothing. Most times I hear a problem, I hear, okay, I need to find a solution. So I was just wondering if there's like anything, like any kind of advice you could give on that. Like, is it maybe, because when I say active listening, I'm thinking if I just listened and like nodded, maybe the problem wouldn't be as daunting if he had someone to listen to. Or do I have to like try and like rattle my head around and think of like quick fixes or kind of ways to like make the person feel better? Because it just feels weird, you know?
So the problem is your boyfriend is bringing problems to you and expecting you to provide a solution. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that happens actually quite often, I think, in general, because people just generally want to talk to you about like things. And this is like not just like a dating thing, it's just for me personally, I seem to be the go to person for all kinds of issues. So I'm expected to like always fix something. So I don't know, maybe it's like my perception of what I should be doing and what I'm not doing.
Okay. And are you saying that you don't have the interest or capacity to solve these problems when he brings it to your awareness?
Um, so I do try. Um, Whether it's like going to go do like a rental or do this or try and do like a bunch of stuff. I don't have a problem with it. It's not really something I think I wouldn't want to do. I'm just thinking more like, is that like a role I should be playing at all? Yeah, I just don't know. I
Yeah.
guess I try. I really go out of my way to make sure like I'm doing everything in the best capacity. Because I know like when I am in like a similar situation, like it's reciprocated.
Okay, so I'm confused as to what the actual problem is here.
Right. There is no problem. That's what I was saying. I'm not really sure how to feel about like how to increase active listening and if I should be increasing problem solving skills, because I feel like some little issues often resolve themselves. Um,
Okay, love, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to help you with this because it seems like you don't really have a problem. Sounds like you just want to talk. So it's like this is for people asking questions about relationship problems that they want answers to.
well, you did say questions and answers. It doesn't always have to be. You see what I'm saying? Back to the same issue about why does it have to be a problem?
Okay. God bless her boyfriend. Wow. What an experience. People are there's a lot of interesting people out there, aren't there? A lot of interesting folk. She came on a lot. Ignored this shit when she came in here. Ignored that big ass. Right? Just ignored this whole billboard. Shorty came to McDonald's and said, so what do y'all serve here? Is this like a fish restaurant? Like, what are we doing? Is this seafood? What are we talking about, people? Okay. Let's keep it moving. And what's going on? And are you there? Because you're muted. And going once. Going twice. So.
Can you pause that for me, P? Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Of course, I get a call right now. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there should be like a time limit on marriage?
A time limit? Like, as far as you being with somebody and you want like to be married after X amount of years?
Well, I don't know if I even want to get married, but I want to know like your opinion on it. Because my mom has her opinion, so I want to know what you think.
But did I describe the situation accurately? Like, you're talking about getting married within X amount of years?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, it depends on the person. I think it's like a preference thing. I don't think anything's wrong with it. Right?
I mean, because I've been in a relationship on and off.
Oh, I can't hear you, love. Your audio went
I've
out.
been in a relationship on and off for 8 years. You think that's too long?
The real problem is the on and off. Why is it on and off?
Just because I be feeling like we don't get along. Like, I know we don't. I'm a Sagittarius. He's a Scorpio.
Okay.
It get real hectic.
Okay.
But
So why do you want to marry someone you don't get along with?
because I mean everything else is great. We just when we be arguing, it gets real like intense.
Yeah, sounds like it'll be a bad marriage.
I mean, that's possible. It's possibly a bad marriage, but at the end of the day, we always end up back together. So it's like,
Not the healthiest thing. Whenever I hear someone say they're breaking up and getting back together, it means that their relationship is broken fundamentally.
I don't think we're just resilient.
No. Resilient would mean you stay in the relationship. You're breaking up.
I mean, for the most part.
No, you're breaking up. So that's not resilience at all.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, you asked me. So I would say that it's not resilient at all. If you keep breaking up and getting back together, there's something off about the relationship.
Okay, so what you think? What you think would be the best thing to do?
Either solve the problem, right? So
you just said we shouldn't be together.
if you're not going to
solve the problem.
if you're not going to solve the problem, you shouldn't be together. Because that's what happens, right? People break up because there's a problem, and then they get back together because they miss one another. But missing the other person is not solving the problem, right? So if you say
I feel like it's more than just missing someone, but I get it.
Right. So if you say that we fight a lot, and that's the problem, okay, well then how do we not fight so much?
It's just being stubborn. Like if two people are stubborn, it's just you have to grow some more. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, best of luck.
Thanks.
No problem, love. I pray for some of y'all. I really do. I really do. I can't do it. Like, Jesus, you got to do it, right? I got to wash my hands with the situation. All right. Who we got next? What's my man's name? Anthony, you there? You're muted, bro. Anthony, going once, going twice.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
I'm right here.
What's going on?
Boy. Hold on. I got a question though.
Yep, that's what this is for. What's going on?
I'm
actually seeking some relationship tips and guidance.
Gotta go. You're confusing me with the delay. I need sharp people. If your IQ's not high enough, do not request. What's going on?
Hi, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking. I am wondering what you think about somebody who has relied on relationships throughout their developmental years and has relied on like that safety to now be like in a state of solitude and recovering from like that, getting safety from external, because that's definitely where I'm at right now.
Okay. Let's ground what you just said. It was very abstract. So you're saying like people who relied on relationships? You mean like romantic relationships?
It could be romantic. Yeah.
Okay.
It could also let's just stick with romantic actually.
Okay. And what problem is being created here?
That there is a reliance of safety on another person.
Okay. Okay. And the question is what?
How, now that there is a state of solitude, how does one recover from relying on safety from others romantically?
When you say now there is a state of solitude, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm. There's not a romantic partner.
How long has it been since you had a romantic partner?
About a month.
And how long was the last romantic partner in your life?
3 years.
Okay. You have to integrate independence. You're basically just dependent upon other people. So you haven't individuated psychologically.
That's a good answer.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you have to integrate, use this opportunity for solitude to integrate this independence, so you can individuate and become more whole and more stable in your identity for the next person. Right?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
You take care.
Take care. All right, who we got next? Duncan. See if he joins. He might have already dropped. Actually, hold on. Nope, I think he dropped. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I was gonna ask you, why does this person keep on cheating on me with the same person?
Why does he keep cheating on you with the same person?
Like, they've been doing stuff for years now, and I'm done with it.
Okay, I have a question for you, Bree. Why are you staying on somebody that keeps cheating on you with the same person?
Because he takes care of me. Like, I've never had a job.
Okay.
Or anything like that. But
Okay.
I don't know.
How old are you?
Well, I'm 19 now,
Okay.
and I've been with him for like 3 years.
3 years. Okay. Yeah, love. If he is cheating on you, he's going to continue doing so. Okay. So if you're with him because he takes care of you, then it's time to learn to take care of yourself.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense?
Okay, thank you.
No problem, love. You gotta have patience with the younger ones. The younger ones, I have patience. With the blockhead 30-year-olds, I can't do it. Okay, what's going on, love?
Blockhead is crazy. Hi, good
Hi.
evening. I have a question about social media, specifically being in a committed relationship. I'm gonna focus on like from a man's perspective. Like a man is in a committed relationship, and he likes and engages with a lot of women. Like, you know, it's liking pictures, might be like sending emojis, but not like sliding in the DMs. Like, how do you think that someone can be faithful but still showing behaviors towards like random women on social media? Do you think there's a disconnect?
Yes, I think they can. The emphasis being on random women.
Yeah.
That's the emphasis here. If this was like women that he knew personally or who had dated in the past, it changes the answer a bit, because I think it's the dumbest thing in the world, right? But at the same time, I understand it, because most guys, when they do that, they're not thinking. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are reactive, like just it's a reaction. They're reflexively double tapping these photos and keeping it moving. That's what it is. It's annoying, but I've seen so many men do it that it's like, oh, there's nothing behind. It's harmless, but the optics of it can definitely be troubling.
See, my thing is like, if something that they completely disagreed with, like if a political post that was so like against their views came up on their feed, like they wouldn't double tap it. They would have the, you know, the cognitive dissonance, or they'd be able to say like, I don't agree with that, I'm not going to double tap it. So why, when it becomes women, specifically women they're attracted to, because I'm also sure if it was a woman of a type or kind that they're not attracted to, they wouldn't be liking it. Right?
No, they're attracted to them.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's that's why they're liking it, which is the point that you're making. What I'm saying is a man can do that and then have no interest in pursuing that person and be totally. I know this from men that I know personally, right?
Okay.
I don't do what you're suggesting because my mind kind of orients towards fairness. So like I default to what I want the person I'm dealing with doing the same thing, right? So I don't do it for that reason, but it's like a conscious effort. Most people are sleepwalking, right? They're not even thinking about half the shit they're doing. But I do think that if it's something that bothers you, that's valid, and you can bring it up. And if it really is reflexive, then the person should be able to stop.
That was going to be like my secondary question of like, what if you bring it up and you're met with resistance, or like, oh, it's nothing? Like, is that? Yeah,
if you're met with resistance, then it's like, what are we talking about? Like, what is being gained in this situation? Because you're double tapping like an Instagram model's photo. You're not gaining anything from that. So it should be a simple behavior to stop doing.
Makes sense.
That's just my perspective on it. I'm sure some guys will disagree. They may frame it as like the woman trying to control them or something like that. But it's the silliest thing. Like I know a lot of guys who I went to even school with who they're married and everything now. But like I'll come across maybe an attractive woman, maybe someone who does have a social media following, like an IG model, and I go to their page and it's the same handful of guys following all of them. It's like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? This is pointless. But it's mostly harmless.
I think what's interesting now, like at least my Instagram algorithm is so spot on in the sense of like, let's say I'm dating a man, he has a type, right? Like it will like suggest these profiles that he's interacting with to me.
Yeah.
So I think that's the other thing of like, here you are perusing the internet. You're like, oh, this girl's pretty. You look at her posts and you see your man.
He likes. Like, I think these social media companies are trying to break people up.
I agree.
Because there's no need to even snitch like that. Like, I've seen people, like women who I've dealt with and dated for some time, and then like past men that they've dealt with get recommended to me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, it just popped up on the recommended, and it's like, oh, this is a mutual following. You know, they have your contacts, right? If you merge your contacts, they can tell who you're talking to the most.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people catch people cheating that way. A lot of people. But yeah, I understand women's like complaints about the specific situation. But yeah, it should be just a simple conversation. And if it's really not a big deal, then it should be no big deal to stop.
Makes sense. Okay. Thank you.
No problem, love. You have a good one.
You too.
I forgot. I was supposed to break them up, right? Hoodie. He's definitely cheating if he's liking those photos, he's absolutely cheating, right? Like, that has to be the situation. Y'all got to go ahead and end this, and you should like seek men elsewhere, like in North Carolina. Who we got next? Loyalty? What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? I'm sorry.
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I wanted to ask you a question because I want to date with intention for sure.
Okay.
But I want to know, like, how do you successfully do that with a son? Because I'm raising a son.
Okay.
You know, a black boy, and I know it would not probably be successful, but I want to make sure that, you know, the person that I am dating correlates with, you know, being a great father for my, you know, potentially, you know what I mean?
Okay. So the question is how to date intentionally while raising a son?
Right, correct.
Okay. What does it mean
How
to
to seek like the correct match. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you're saying like how do I find a man who would be a good father figure to my child?
Correct.
Okay. One way is if he's already a father and he's already a good father figure to his current children. That's the easiest way.
Yeah. For the most part, I've been dating long distance,
Mm-hmm.
and for the most part, majority of the men that I find, not to say that they're not active, but I per se that if you are not physically there, you can't be active. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because I don't think that being financially stable and, you know, providing financially is one part for sure, but, you know, I think majority of them feel as though because they're financially, you know, being there financially, that's more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Without instilling values and morals and integrity and, you know, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that they don't have any, but I feel a kind of way for their kids because my kid would be getting the benefits of being there and their kid wouldn't. You understand?
I understand. Okay, so then you can date men with kids who are there with their children. Right? Who are physically present.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm not saying that they're horrible fathers. It's just, how do you date someone knowing that they're a good person? Of course, it's just they're not there physically with their children, whatever that may seem. Like, you know, maybe they grew apart with their partner and the partner moved away, and that's just the dynamics of their relationship.
You're changing the question now. Why are we changing the question? The original question was, how do you find a man who can potentially be a good father figure to your child? And the answer to that is, well, the best way is that he's currently a father, right? And then you changed it to, well, the ones who I was dating aren't physically there. Okay, well, stop dating them and then date the ones who are physically there.
So do you think the ones that are not physically there aren't great fathers?
No, you were implying that though. But it depends on the circumstances.
Correct.
Right.
Okay, so I would just be beating myself up if maybe thinking too deep into it, thinking that if they're not there physically, that not to say that they're horrible fathers or bad fathers, it's just that the circumstance.
Now it sounds like you're trying to justify seeing a person in particular. Is there a person you're thinking of when you're talking about this who you want to date?
Correct.
Okay, figured as much. So don't do that. Don't rationalize things and justify it to make it so the person who you want to be with, you contort them into this person, you're forcing a square peg into a round hole, right? You need to take people and see them objectively who they really are, or else you're going to be in a bad situation. So this person is not showing you any kind of signs that they are active father and actually want to be in their child's life, right?
Right.
Then they're probably going to be a bad fit. So whatever story they're telling you, it needs to make sense.
Correct. Okay.
Okay?
Because he's financially there. He financially provides for his child.
Great. But
It's just he can't physically, because of course he's in another state.
okay. Why did he move to another state?
He's in the army, so
So he was he was required to move.
correct.
Okay. That makes
So
sense.
it's not that he doesn't want to be there. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm good. So far, it makes sense. So that's what I mean. Whatever story they're telling, it needs to make sense.
But I know that I would sacrifice, whatever for my son.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like, man, you wouldn't sacrifice leaving the army for your kid. You understand what I'm saying, in a sense?
I don't know if it's that simple, but that's out of my depth. I don't know how the army works, but I would imagine you can't just leave until a certain period has elapsed.
Correct. Yeah, but he reinstated is what I'm saying. Like, when you reinstate.
Okay. Well, yeah, now it's breaking down a little bit. So, but I agree. But, yeah. Best luck on your search, love.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Weird night, huh? This is weird energy in here to y'all tonight. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Let's keep it going. Let's bring Hoodie back up. Hoodie Manda. I haven't successfully broken them up yet, so we gotta try again. Hoodie, what's going on?
I'm screaming. This one has nothing to do with me, but it was kind of on the same thread or vein as the last person.
Okay.
Do you think a man can be a good father, but a horrible partner?
Mm-hmm. For sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Different roles.
Negatively impacting the mental well-being of the mother of your child can still make you a good father.
I see where you're getting at. Like, there is some overlap, right? So it's like, okay, treating her poorly can have second order effects of affecting the child negatively.
Okay.
Fair point. But I think generally speaking, like, if we are saying, because if you start thinking that way, you can connect any flaw to being a bad father, right? You gain weight. Okay, you're gaining weight. Now you're at higher risk for heart disease. Now you die early and you negatively impact your child that way. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it from the perspective, for putting boundaries around the conversation, the connection he has with his child. Measure it from that perspective. Yes. Okay. The relationship he has with the one-to-one relationship he has with his child, he can be a good father. And not be the greatest partner to his girlfriend or wife. Absolutely. Completely different roles, completely different identities, really.
Okay. That's all.
Okay. You just got like a list in a notebook, a list of questions?
No, I was just getting bored with the other people. So I don't know if I have a question.
Well, I appreciate you resetting the room. Feel free to come back up if we get some more weird people coming up, all right?
I got you.
I appreciate you, love.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Mr. O'Neal. Are you sober?
Of course.
Great.
Let's
go.
I had 2 beers, but I had another basketball meeting.
Okay.
Meeting number 4 for this week, and I got one more tomorrow. So at least my long week is almost done.
Gotcha.
But I'm making great progress. And I got 16 students to go as well too. So I got a big 2026. Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe I sent some to North Carolina. You never know.
There we go. What's going on, brother?
Anyway, okay, so here's a couple things I've noticed. So, to give you some context, one, do you think that if I'm mirroring messages, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like mirroring how they talk to me or how they respond to me?
Give me an example of what you mean by mirroring.
Okay, like even something as simple as, oh, I can't wait to see you. Yeah, I can't wait to see you too. Like basic stuff, you know.
I mean, you can. Yeah,
I mean, is that kind of gaslighting too, though, or like?
no, it's not
Because,
gaslighting.
because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've noticed it lately. I feel like some of these women here are kind of gaslighters on me, and it's like I'm starting to almost feel it at times, which is kind of crazy. Because it's like I can never understand how they're like they always look forward to it, and then sometimes it doesn't happen for whatever reason.
How are you using the term gaslighting?
Like hypothetical situations, like we're supposed to do this, but then it doesn't happen.
Okay, so you scheduled a date with Shorty and it fell through.
No, it didn't.
So what are you asking me right now?
And so, like, and she was always saying, like, she was really looking forward to it. But I've had that happen. Oh, I've had that happen a couple of times. And so I'm trying to think, like, how can I kind of get past that, like, to where it does?
You're confusing me, brother. I don't know what you're asking me right now.
Okay. Like, I've had it happen a couple of times, right? Where I might not even get to the first date. But yet, at the same time, the girl keeps on going. I'm looking forward to it too. And the next thing you know, like last minute, all of a sudden, like they just change their mind or whatever.
So them canceling makes you think they changed their mind?
Yeah, but I mean, not canceling, but like just either ghosting or just not going through with it.
Oh, okay.
And yet they say that they're looking forward to it.
You're operating from a premise that the things that people say is an accurate representation of their internal state. That's not true. Sometimes people just say shit, or they say things for social grace reasons. They say things they think they're supposed to say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like as if you're in court or something.
Yes, that's how people
like
are.
Scripted, kind of.
It's not really something you
Yeah.
can't control. So it happens, right?
So how do I like in my case, like here, if someone tries to get in contact with me again, or like they start the conversation, like how do I lower those expectations? Because that seems to be the problem sometimes too.
Lower what the expectations you have to see them?
Like of it actually happening, yeah.
You gotta, okay.
Because I try to go with the flow, but like at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, like you kind of like to look forward to it, like, but it's a lot to weigh, kind of.
I get it. You gotta take your mind off of it and have other things going on first. Two,
Which I do. I got so much. I mean, it's crazy.
okay, but also, that's why I tell you stop talking to these people so much. We've had the conversation multiple times. Where like, stop talking to them so much. You're building the anticipation only
Or
for it
at
to
least
fall
Or at
through.
least during work hours, for sure.
Yeah, so you gotta chill out. You
Because
gotta
that
chill
seems
out.
to be the pattern too. That seems to be the pattern too. Like they'll talk to me during work, and then as soon as like night hits, it's like whatever,
Okay.
which is just weird. So it's like unless if they already have someone else and they're just like everybody's living double lives here. I don't know.
Mr. O'Neill, we saw this problem last time you called in. You're not addressing the foundational problem. So you have two problems. You have two. Hold on. Let me get this out. All right. You have two problems. One, you're anxiously attached. So you get way too attached, way too excited over these things. You connect with someone, you call in, you start giggling. You're giddy about connecting with them, and there's nothing that's happened yet, right? So you have to cool out with that. That's the first thing. The second thing is, we already established that these at least a certain percentage of these women are looking at you as not a serious romantic prospect. They're looking at you as some degree of some type of come up. Like that is the problem. So you're dealing with women who don't really want you. They want what they think they can get from you. So a woman like that is probably not going to show up on the date. The woman like that is probably going to misrepresent herself with her words. A woman like that is probably going to agree to go on a date with you, even initiate it while being in a whole other relationship.
And then another thing. One of my local coworkers, by the way, they did confirm with me, and they were like, another reason why some girls might change their mind here is because some of them think that they're going to get something off of me. You know, whether it's like a favor, you know, like I've mentioned to you before or whatever. And she actually applauded me the fact that, like, I'm not always the type to always say yes to these local women and these favors. You know, because like I said last night, like I always expect it, but it's just like that's another whole context of it that I gotta look out for as well too, especially in the early days of talking.
I don't think you're appreciating the severity of this situation. Probably every woman you dated on this island thought this way. Be straight up with you. Every one of them. All of them. No exceptions. You're treating this as if it's something to look out for.
The first week.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care when they asked. That was their intention. You're treating this as if, like, I gotta watch out for it. No. You are dating within a environment that selects for that type of woman, right? You're the equivalent of like the passport bro who's in Colombia thinking that the prostitutes like him for real. That's your dating life where you live right now. So you have a real problem on your hands.
So basically, I gotta wait until if she ever pays for the first date. That's what I gotta look for, kind of. I don't know at this point.
You're still not appreciating the severity. The archetype that you are, a white man in the location that you're in, they are automatically viewing you from that perspective when they first meet you. That's why you've been struggling so much. That's why you're like, I can't figure this out. Why does this shit keep ending weird? Why are these women like randomly reaching out to me? Why are they hitting me up 3 months later? And yada, because this is why. This is why.
Just to answer Eva's question, Eva, I've taken breaks though. I've taken like 1.5 and 2 year breaks of dating. And then I don't even be trying to date, and then these women will come at me. And then it's in person and sometimes through social media. And then eventually they'll ask for a favor or whatever.
And okay, so you see the truth in my words then, right? The breaking, taking, exactly.
Out for me.
Taking a break is not solving the problem. Your location is the problem, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is not a problem you solved in the location. This is not a solvable problem.
And everyone I have healed, I mean, it's like, it's not a healing issue, it's a location issue.
Yes, I'm reading the chat. It's a location issue. So unless you want to date, you want to put on blackface and date, right? Sure, you don't want to do that, right? But like, that's the only thing you can really do in this situation, because they are trying to get something from you. So your only option, your best option, is to date elsewhere. This is not going to be a place where you're going to find a romantic connection. The odds are very low. Very low. Because any woman who is somewhat attractive, who goes at you, you're going to entertain. And there's no way you can tell the difference. There's just no way. Right? So yes, it's a location issue, bro. As long as you continue to date in this location, you're going to continue having the same experience. You're going to continue getting frustrated. Only option that you have is to date elsewhere. Okay?
Yep. Or when I'm visiting other countries at this rate, basically.
There you go.
Like I did when I was in Bahamas last year, and I had a great date experience in Bahamas, so I could use that as an example of, you know,
Same
moving
thing,
forward.
same thing, different place. But I get what you're saying. But yes,
Yeah.
travel or move. Okay.
Yep.
All right, big dog. You take care, brother.
We shall see later.
All right. My bad, Ted. I didn't mean to mute you, bro. What's going on, Chief?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, so I have been recently seeing this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was married for 9 years, and we did separate, and we divorced or whatever. This guy that I guess kind of just like seeing and, you know, or whatever. I've seen him twice before, but both times, like, I may have, not proud of this, but I may have like ghosted him to go back to my marriage. So this third time around, he was very guarded, of course, which was natural, because I have a record of like ghosting, but it's been very consistent between us, super consistent. He hasn't changed at all. He's very much still the same guy. I really like, he's a gentleman. My thing is with him is that, which it tends to be different. Like, nothing about it is toxic and nothing about it is weird. My thing is that he has like this guarded behavior, but at the same time, he says this thing with his mouth, but his words show me like, I want you here. Like his actions show me, I want you here. I want your time. Like, we talk on the phone for hours. It then kind of graduated from just us like seeing each other on the weekends to being with each other like during the weekday if I don't have my kids or when I'm not working. So his actions speak so much louder than his words, but I can still tell he has those boundaries up. My thing is, I don't want to get emotionally attached to what he's showing me, which is weird because for a man to come off and to show you, like, it's easy for men to talk and women as well, but it's easy for men to like talk and tell you I like you and tell you I'm gonna do this and tell you, but he's different. Like, he shows me with his actions, but when it comes to his words, he's kind of like very hesitant, very much so weird. And I don't want to get emotionally invested. I don't know like really what to do. I don't know whether I should kind of just like keep going and see where it goes, or should I kind of like, you know, back off for a while and give him time to be able to come to me with those words. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Kinda. Let me establish the sequence of events. So you were married for how long?
I was married for 9 years.
9 years, and you separated?
Yes.
Okay, and then you met this guy?
Well, I met him when I was 18, so before I got married.
Okay.
I ended up moving back to my parents' house. Okay, so we messed around once. I moved back to my parents' house. I didn't see him again. I ended up getting married years later. Me and the guy separated for the first time. I ended up bumping into him. We ended up getting, meeting up, talking again, and all that stuff like that. I ended up getting back with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and my husband ended up separating again. And then I ended up bumping into him again. It was crazy. And we ended up talking, and then I ended up getting back with my husband again. And this is the third time that we have just so happened, like, bump into each other. But I have my mind made up that, and it's not just because of him. I just, time went on with me and him being separated for a while, and moving into our divorce next month. And as time went by, we ended up bumping into each other again, and I just been talking to him.
Okay. When you say bumping in, how are y'all bumping into one another?
It's literally the most random, like when I tell you it is so random. Honest to God, every time I bump into him, it is so random. Like out of the blue, I can go like 2 years without seeing him, 3 years without seeing him. And like me and my husband are separate, and I'll like be at a store, or I'll be at Walmart, or I'll be somewhere, and I will randomly bump into him like in the parking lot or in the store, like out of the blue. Like he just pop up. It's weird. Like out of the blue, he just pop up. We don't have none of the same friend groups. We don't have it. Like I don't have a bunch of friends actually anyway, and he does not hang out with a lot of people unless it's his family. But we're not in the same group of people. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're from, two different sides of the, totem pole. So like when I say it's random, it's literally every time I separate from my husband, it is a random bumping into every time.
It's not likely. Let me tell you. I know that you probably, if this has been your experience, you've created a narrative in your head that this may be some degree of it being meant to be, which is typical of women in these type of situations. Oh, I bump into her every time I separate. You must be the person for me. No, there's probably something going on. There's a couple of possibilities. Either you're flat out lying to me, you're intentionally running into him, or somehow he's becoming aware of when you are single and he's bumping into you.
That's why I made it perfectly clear that we do not run around in the same group. So I don't, even when I saw him and I was 18 years old when I met him, like I said, years passed. I started dating this guy. The guy worked at Family Dollar. The guy that I was dating worked at Family Dollar. I just so happened to go to Family Dollar and he was there. The other guy was at Family Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
This last time I separated, honest to God, I was at a store one night. I had just went out. I came back. I pulled up at this Shell station. Okay? Random store, small Oxford, small city, whatever. I pull up to this gas station. I go in there and I get some gas. And as I'm coming out of the store, he's pulling up to the store. And I second glance, because I'm like, is that? And it was him.
Okay.
It was him.
Okay, I'm just going to assume that this is true, okay? I think there's more to it, but I'm going to assume this is true. Okay. The only other variable is like when you're with your husband, he's doing most of the errands and you're staying in the house, and now that you're separated, you have to do the errands, and this guy is always at these stores, and now you're in a situation where you can run into him because now you're actually outside the house.
Got you.
The only other variable here that's possible. But okay, so with that being said, the question is, so you're basically saying that you're talking to him, connecting with him. His behavior is showing you that he wants you. What behavior are you talking about?
Well, I mean, it's everything. Like, it's conversation. It's conversation. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. We're fine.
It's intentional conversation. I mean, like not just random talking about nothing. Like it's literally intentional conversation.
So it's just It's just talking on the phone. That's the behavior you're talking about.
Yes, we talk on the phone. We go out. Like if we have a conversation and I say, "Yeah, I went to Pizza Hut and I got Pizza Hut pizza with such and such on it." We'll talk the next day, and he be like, and I be like, "Well, what you eating today?" And he was like, "Well, I just went to Pizza Hut and I got such and such and such and such." And I'm like, "Really?" He was like, "I mean, you said it was good, so I'm gonna try it." Or we could be talking about something, And he will say something back to me like from like 2-3 months ago that I said, which let me know that you are genuinely having this conversation with me. Like, you're genuinely listening to me. Like, he's just very much so intentional. He's intentional about my day. He's intentional about, are you eating? Are you sleeping? Like, he just...
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Okay, next question. If he is this great, why is
I'm
he?
sorry?
Why, if he's this great, why is he always available every time you separate?
I feel like... So, as we have talked, he has, dated. He came out of a marriage. He's been divorced for like 15 years now. His wife did leave, and she did marry another man. And I know this. I don't think he, because he swears up and down he is fully healed, honest to God. But to me, I feel like that kind of like stunted him. And so he will talk to somebody, but I think he is in a safe place where being vulnerable is not, being not vulnerable is safe for him. And I think when it comes to me, it scares him because he's very much so vulnerable when it comes to me. Every time. Like, I had a conversation with him the other day, and I said, I need time to step back. And I said that because I'm an emotional person. So I will latch on out of emotions instead of logic, okay? I will lead with emotions, but emotions change so much that you cannot, you just can't be emotional. Like, you have to think logically. And I will get to the point where I will sit down and I will romance and I will romanticize and I will think about you all day and I will think about the future and all this stuff like that. But last week I caught myself doing that, and it frustrated me. It honestly frustrated me because I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in a place where I'm constantly romanticizing a person to the point where, first of all, it's bigger than my relationship with God. I don't want that. I don't want anything replacing my relationship with Christ. I don't. So my biggest thing is, like I told him, I don't want to get too emotional. I don't want to, I don't know. I just don't want to do this thing where I get tied off in my emotions. Just like with the marriage that I got into, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to take on that much responsibility. I bit off way too much, more than I could chew. But I did learn inside of it. And I learned to be a wife. And I learned, the logistics of it. But I also learned that just because you get with somebody or just because you think somebody is a good match doesn't mean that they're a match. Just because you emotionally tie yourself to somebody does not mean that they are the one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I agree. So you told him that. So now what is the question here that you want to solve?
Like I said before, his actions show me he is very much so interested, and he is very much so open to me. But with his mouth, he'd be like, Taylor, he tells me that I have him fighting with himself. I don't want that for you. I don't want you fighting with yourself.
Okay, we're getting too poetic. Okay, he's not emotionally available, right? Not really. That's why he's single. That's why he's still single. That's why he can. That's why he can. He's always magically available every time you separate. Statistically, that does not play out. Like, why would you always magically be available every time she becomes available? Doesn't make sense, right? Unless he's waiting for you, and that would be very weird if that's the case, and definitely not a good person to be with, right? You are using him to regulate so that you don't feel alone without your husband. You're using one another. And we're creating a poetic narrative over a transactional dynamic, right? So you're using him to feel good after you leave your husband, right? That's what's going on here. Because without him, you will be stuck grieving whatever you just left, right? That's all that's happening. There's no need to put like this, Disney World framing on it. That's just all that's happening here. So the best case scenario, the best thing to do is for you to be by yourself right now, fully heal and grieve from your relationship, right? And then when you feel that you are ready to get back out there, get back out there. If you want to connect with Buddy, I'm sure he'll be available. Do it then.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
No problem, love. You take care. All right, who we got next? Leia, you there? Going once. Going twice. Sold. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man. I just had a couple questions for you. Mainly, so mine's kind of like a little situation. I'm a Christian man, so I'm 23 years old. So I really strive for my faith and everything. And I met a girl in like June of last year, and we talked, and I went on several dates with her, and then when I asked her out, she was like really weary about it, and I didn't understand why, but I think her past relationships and things, whatever happened, I didn't know about, unfortunately, and I think that it caused her to have some kind of avoidant attachment of some type.
Okay.
And through the months, I said, hey, I think we should stop, because she said she wasn't available for a relationship, whatnot. Okay. Again, we did a lot of relationship things, a lot of, like the typical romantic stuff, you could say. I would say November and December, we didn't talk much, and I didn't reach out much. It hurt me. I unfortunately just stopped everything because I was like, this is not healthy.
Yeah.
And if she's not willing for a relationship, that's just in me. That's just lies. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I can't control it. She kept reaching out though. December and then January, we reached out a lot more. And we hung out for the first time in January, and she's also very religious, so she was going through a fast. And I gave her an ultimatum, like, hey, like, we can't further this relationship or nothing. And she said she would think on it. I waited several weeks, and I feel like I kind of shouldn't have, but I did. And then I called her, and I asked her, like, what she thought. And she said that she couldn't see me romantically, which made no sense because we still kissed, hugged, did everything, like I said, that you would normally think a relationship would be like. Mm-hmm. And she initiated a lot of that stuff. So it was very confusing. And in this call, like when she said that, I just slowly started removing her off stuff because I was like, this is not healthy. Like, I have to move on. Mm-hmm. And she even pointed that out, like, hey, I see that this hurts my feelings that I see this. And I'm like, well, I can't really do anything about it. And then, furthermore, she even told me like multiple times on the phone that she's going to miss me and that she loves me. She kept throwing the word around love a lot. And I did love her. I truly would say that. There's nothing, it's the truth. And I'm so confused on the situation, because we had each other's location. Everything was just like, it felt real, but I just don't understand how someone can be that confused and say those things, and then I think it was like a fear, like a scare to move forward of some type, because I think she was emotionally still tied with her ex in some way in the past and couldn't look forward. And I feel like I have like this, I'm a style that's like, I have a slow burn, so I'm like very consistent, while she is very close to chaos and used to that. So I think that what I was bringing was consistency, and she thought that wasn't right, so she ran away from it, if that makes sense.
Okay. How long did you see her?
seen her for 4 straight months where we went on consistent dates, and we could do a ton of different things, you know, like it felt real because we could sit in for hours on end and just talk, and it just felt really like a genuine connection. I would think 2 months it was like we didn't really talk, but she kept, like, in a way I would think, like, baiting me to try her, like she wanted me to, but I would just avoid it, if that makes sense.
Okay. So you saw her consistently for 4 months, and she just randomly out the blue told you one day that she can't do this. So you didn't, like, propose being exclusive, propose a relationship, anything like that?
I did, like, about 3 months in.
Okay.
Because I kind of, like, took it slow, and that's when she said, like, give me a sec, and then, like, I need time to think about it. And again, this is probably where I should have left, and it is truly my fault, but yeah, so that's how that was. And then again in January when we reached back out, because we still kind of were in contact a little bit. It was all from her own initiations. It wasn't from me. So, but yeah.
She's just not emotionally available, brother. Like, we can get into attachment style. She's probably fearful avoidant. If she's fearful avoidant, that means she'll pursue you until she gets you and then dip out, right? Both wants you and then also fears having you, right? But even if we take that framing off, she's at the very least emotionally unavailable. So you can't, if she can't choose it, you can't be with her. So you have to just move on.
Yeah, I agree. And she would say stuff on the phone like she would regret it all and she's sorry for all. It was just, but it's like she was just trying to make it feel like this was going to hurt her severely. And I understand. I just wanted someone else's opinion on it because I don't have a lot of people to talk to on this stuff.
Sure.
So
that was very
people
confusing.
can sit in the comments and say what they want, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. I see a lot of your videos on TikTok. I think that I'm like emotionally more of a, I would say, intelligent man. I try to look at things. I try to grow myself. So I think the situation grew me a lot too. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It happens to the best of us, man. But it's like, it's not a foreseeable situation. You don't know really how people are going to respond to closeness until you get close to them, you know? So it's just one of those things. How old are you two again?
23. Just turned 23 last week.
So you're young. Okay. Yeah. It's fine, man. I know it hurts. It stings, you know, to spend that amount of time with somebody. And then for them to make it worse, probably be better if she just told you she didn't want a relationship, right? But for her to be like, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you, but I can't be. That stinks. That stinks. I get it. But it's one of those situations where you just have, it's part of the game, man. You're going to run into people like that. She probably won't be the last one that you run into like that. Hope so. Hope she is, right? Possible that she will be.
Yeah.
But might not. You probably run into someone like that again, unfortunately. And you just gotta, as you go through these situations, you'll build up a better refractory period. You know what I mean by that? You can bounce back faster.
Right.
You'll be fine. You keep the good disposition that you have, keep the loving nature that you have. Eventually you'll find somebody that can match it.
I appreciate it, man.
No
I
problem,
really
brother.
do.
No problem, bro. But keep me posted on how things progress, all right?
I will do.
All right, Chief. You take care.
Yeah.
All right. Was it God's time?
Good morning from here.
How's it going, man?
I'm good. I just want to know, why is it hard, to keep, like, let me just put it this way. I haven't seen someone for, like, 6 months. We literally talk, vibes of ownership. She doesn't like PDA. And I'm a person that literally like want to show off my woman in public places, but she doesn't accept it. But when we get inside the house, she become all lovey and dovey, and I don't like it. And I've communicated this with her several times, but she just want to keep this cool friendship outside, but inside very romantic, and I don't like it.
Okay, so she never does PDA no matter where you go.
Yeah, and she hates it. It annoys her.
Okay, I mean, but man, some people are like that, bro. Some people just aren't comfortable showing affection in front of other people. That's not one of those boundary situations. She's just like not comfortable doing it, right?
Not every time. Like even for once, she acts like she's single out there.
What do you mean she acts like she's single?
Like she don't want to hold hands. She don't want to see like people like feeling there's this connection between both of you.
Yeah, you're saying that she doesn't show PDA
at all. Like yeah.
Okay. And she doesn't show PDA anywhere.
Anywhere, just behind closed doors.
Okay.
Just behind.
I agree. Not holding hands is a little wild. That's a little. Normally, when people don't like PDA, it's like kissing and stuff like that. So she won't even. She won't hug you out.
No.
Interesting.
Publicly. No.
How long have you been dating this woman?
6 months.
How old are you two?
I'm 28.
How long? How long ago was her last relationship?
I don't know about her last relationship. I don't know if she have healed up though. But I've been single for like 1 year before I met her.
Okay, so you don't have any context of her relational history with other people.
I don't know.
Okay. You got it.
Actually, before we got into this relationship, I asked her if she healed properly from her past relationship and all that. She said yes, but I'm this kind of person. Whenever I'm in a relationship, I take my lady or my woman to a public place. Talk sometimes, sit out, see good movies and all that. But she don't want to show people out there that I'm connected to this person when they're outside. Not about the PDA exactly, but it's offensive. But whenever we get into the door, like we just get into the house or to my house or something, she becomes all sweet and lovey.
But when she's out with you, she is still acting like you two are together. She's just not physically touching you?
No, she doesn't. She just act like we just mere friends, like common friends.
Okay.
There's no strings attached, yeah.
Gotcha. More than likely, she don't want nobody knowing y'all are together for whatever reason.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. It's not she's not into you. If she wasn't into him, she wouldn't be trying to rip his clothes off in private. Come on, people. She don't want people knowing that y'all are together. Now, that could be because she's in a relationship. It could be because she has her eye on somebody else. Like, I get not wanting to...
Open.
Say it again?
Or, like, keeping an open box, like, for anybody who could, like, get into her or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it could also be just her just generally keeping her options open, right? Because she's not sold on you, right? Whatever the case, not good. Not good. Not good at all. To not hold hands is crazy. Not hug is crazy. Like, I know people who don't like PDA. They don't have a problem with hugging, though, or holding hands. It's more so like kissing and stuff like that. Or like slapping asses and shit like that, right? But it's not, I won't hold your hand. I won't hug you, right? She is managing her image. It's a PR move.
Yeah,
okay?
Out there, yeah.
So, I don't know what you want to do with that, but it seemed to be a problem. And I think your intuition was, I think you knew that already.
I talked about it several times, but same actions every time, and I think I'm tired of it.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I think your intuition is correct on this one. So, like, if you want to move on, I think that is a fair choice.
Okay, thank you.
All right, brother. You take care. That is wild.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. Sorry if you hear something. I have a baby here.
Okay.
So I just had a quick question. If someone is happily married, but you found out that your husband is saving videos of other women, like just in their booty shorts, is that something to leave him for?
He's saving pictures. He's saving videos.
Yes, just he doesn't talk to them or like their videos. It's just he saves them.
Where is he sourcing these videos from? Social media?
Yeah.
So these are like Instagram models,
Yeah.
OF?
Yeah, basically like the people who do like gym workout videos and stuff like that.
Okay. When did you find out about this?
It was a couple months ago. I was pregnant when I
Okay.
found out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. What made you like? How did you find out?
So like he doesn't hide anything from me. We have each other's passwords and stuff.
Gotcha.
I was sending him a video on Instagram one time, and I was just looking at our videos and stuff, and then I saw that he was I was looking for a video that I wanted that he saved for me, basically. And I saw there was other videos that was saved on there also, but it was just like women in their booty shorts at the gym.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming you haven't been sleeping with him, given that you were pregnant, right?
At the time, yes, I had a lot of complications
Okay.
when I was pregnant, but I was trying my best, so I
I
don't know.
understand. No, that's fine. That's to be expected, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that was happening. Is he was horny, and he downloaded those videos to take care of his own needs because you couldn't do so because you were pregnant.
Yes, but we talked about it at the time, and he told me it was just we weren't having sex, blah blah. He was just horny and stuff like that, and it was just a habit from when he was single. And okay, at the time I didn't know what to do. I was pregnant. I was hormonal. I almost left the marriage, but I didn't because he was making it seem like it wasn't a big deal. Like he doesn't talk to any of those. He doesn't know them. But I see that he still has those videos saved.
Okay. Because you're still not sleeping with him, right?
No, I am.
You about sleeping with him? Okay. How did you know he had them saved? You went back and looked?
Yes, just for my own. But I just wanted to make sure that was what he said it was.
Okay. I get it, but like, I don't think we should make a mountain out of a molehill with this situation, right?
Like in real life, he will never look at another woman. Like it's so different. Like our marriage is so great, but I don't like he does that, and it bothers me, and I don't know how to bring it up without getting like emotional or disrespectful.
Okay, I get it. So if is this your husband or your boyfriend?
Husband.
Okay, so if your husband was looking at porn at any time, that would be a problem for you, I imagine.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if this will make any difference. So we have two different backgrounds, right? So I grew up Muslim, and he's a revert. I didn't use we didn't do that. We don't. It's like it's not allowed for you to watch that. As a man, you're supposed to lower your gaze. So it was like a conversation that I never had to have with anyone. But he was a Muslim once, like before long time before I met him. I'm nervous. I'm sorry if I'm
You're fine. You're
if
fine.
I'm not making sense.
Okay. Okay, so in the Muslim faith, they're supposed to lower their gaze. They're not supposed to watch porn, right?
Yeah, so you don't even watch that. That's like basically sinning. So we don't do that. I never did it, and you're like, it's something you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
But for him, when he was younger, it was different because he grew up different than me. And he's just saying it's out of habit. He doesn't even mean it, like anything by it.
Gotcha.
It's just the way he grew up.
Okay, that makes it make more sense why it wasn't actual porn and it was Instagram videos.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, everybody's relationship is different. I understand why this would be an annoying situation. I wouldn't. This is how I look at stuff like this. Right now, I'm from the Christian faith, right?
Yeah.
So I'm big on heart posture. So you're framing this as like almost like betrayal or cheating, right?
To me, yes.
Got you. But that's his heart posture does not match betrayal or cheating. It matches somebody who sinned, sure, but was acting out horniness, right? So this is not somebody who is stepping out on his marriage or anything like that from an intention perspective.
Like he would never do that.
Right.
Like,
okay.
There's no signs of him even doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Exactly. So those are two different things, and he's not doing that in this situation. That doesn't mean that what he's actually doing is good. It just means it's not that, right? So you have to make that like distinction, okay? Now, that's something you don't like. I think that you bring that up to him, right? As you already have, and then you set that that firm boundary there. But this is an issue to work through, I think, in the marriage. I don't think this is a situation where...
Yeah, he said the same thing, like he's working through it. He even agreed to like talk to a therapist. We talked her together, and he was like, he doesn't want me to leave because of that. Like, he didn't want me to leave. He was like, I didn't do it. Basically, he's like, I didn't cheat on you, and I would never do that.
Yeah. And you sound like you know him, so you're like, yeah, I know that. But like, this is still a problem,
I know him.
right?
He's very loyal, and he's like a very understanding person, but it's just like that one thing bothers me. Like, everything is so great. Everything about our lives is really great. It's just that one thing. Yeah.
So everybody has something. So I know in the Christian faith, we know that everybody sins.
Yes.
I'm not educated.
I know that too. No one's perfect. Like,
right.
Not the same way.
So if nobody's perfect, then we have to accept that people make mistakes. Even if they're making mistakes, different mistakes from you.
Yep.
Right? So just like he's
I can't control my emotions and how it makes me feel.
I understand. And that's why you work through it. Right? Just work through it. You have the conversation, you set the boundary, let him know, like, okay, I'm very uncomfortable with this. And it seems like he's willing to hear you, right?
Yes.
And then make the changes.
But does that mean he will cheat on you in the future? Because,
No,
like,
that's not what that means. What you are dealing with is a man. How old are you two?
I am 25 and he's 27.
Okay, so you're dealing with a man who's like high testosterone right now. Okay, he's in his 20s, horny. Who he's with his wife who is pregnant, who he cannot sleep with.
Yeah.
Like, this is mostly a structural problem. Like, if this occurred while you were pregnant and it did not occur before, it likely occurred because he lost sexual access to you. So now that sexual access has been restored, it likely will solve itself.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you ask me something?
No, as I just said, like the problem kind of will solve itself. It's not like you're with a corn addict husband. That's not what the situation is.
No,
this is a situational. This was his response to a situation, which is you being pregnant. and him losing sexual
Yes.
access. That's all.
Yes,
That's all.
but he hasn't deleted the videos.
Because I would say give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But if it occurs again, even after you're sleeping with them, okay, well then there's probably a deeper issue here to address.
Okay, it's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm so sorry
You're
about
fine.
my baby.
You're good. But does all that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
All right. All right, look, yeah, have another conversation with him and keep me posted on how it goes, all right?
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
All right, you take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'm not the biggest fan of corn, right? But it's very interesting how women receive it. You have some women who don't care, and those are typically women who watch it themselves, the ones who don't care. And then you have other women who care a lot, who consider it to be cheating. Where's the chat split on that? Interested. Okay, it's cheating. I don't care. I'd be upset. Cheating. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Yeah. I knew we would be very split on this. Because some women are like, it's a very serious offense to them. And then other ones are like, I don't see what the big deal is. Like, he's not stepping out trying to connect with another woman for real. It depends. Why does it depend? When I hear it depends, it makes me think of like, are we talking about OF models? Right? Because part of the value proposition of OF is you have personal contact with the person. Okay, getting closer to cheating now. You can almost consider that cheating, right? It's a seed. Good point. It's a seed. Okay. OF definitely cheating. I agree with that. You can look, but you can't touch. Okay. Hold on, Hannah, what did you just say? It's one thing to watching the scar, but saving it. Him saving it was him trying to keep access to it. You gotta understand, he's not watching corn, right? So this isn't a corn-brained person. He probably was saving this to go back to it, right? But I understand. It's disrespectful with 30 exclamation marks. Okay, you're very serious about that, huh, Leslie? It's disrespectful. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Gotcha. The funny thing is, this isn't always the case, but when I have these calls about corn, in every situation, the woman's not sleeping with the husband or the boyfriend. What's your thoughts on that? Because I would think if like you don't want your man to watch it, you would, sleep with him, right? Not always the case. Some guys are actually addicted. So even if you did sleep with them, they still will watch it. But I hear a lot of women, they're not actively sleeping with the man that they're with. But then they also are mad at him watching corn. Very, very interesting. Sounds a bit selfish. Not in her situation. She's pregnant. That's another situation. Other conversations I've had, it was not a pregnancy situation. Remember how we made the distinction between something that's morally right and wrong and something that's unwise? There's a difference there, right? People be like, is it right? It's like, well, morally, this is not wrong, but it is unwise. It is unwise for you to have a man and you do not sleep with him and then be shocked that he's watching corn. That should not surprise you. That should not surprise you at all. You should expect it if you're not sleeping with them. Right? I'm just saying, we gotta use common sense here. If you're not gonna sleep with them, all right. Yeah, we're not talking about birth, CMB. That's why I made the point to say not that woman's situation. But I've had previous callers where pregnancy was not the case. Pregnancy is a different conversation. Because you can't, right? Like, you can't control that. That's an understandable situation. We're not talking about pregnant women. We're talking about women who've called in talking about corn use and they just weren't sleeping. That's why I always ask that question, are you sleeping with him? They were like, well, like, what do you mean, well? Like, how did you expect him to react to that? It's very, very interesting. Some women withhold for control. Yeah, some people are they're goofy in relationships. I'll just be blunt. Very goofy. That should be common sense. If you're not sleeping with your husband, he's probably going to get it from elsewhere, right? And I'm sure you'd rather he do a corn than actually cheat on you for real. Who we got next?
Hey.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, hi.
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I am in a situation where I just want to be similar to what you just said, like wise about navigating it. Slow burn. This was someone who approached me and I was like, you give me like husband, value type person. So when they first, approached me, I was just like, because of like your demeanor and the way you present yourself, I would rather slow burn and really take this serious because I could see it having potential. So we were good friends for like a year. I also was healing at the time, and I was just like, let's just take it slow. So eventually, we both moved away from the city that we were in, and we still stayed connected. He started to come visit me. We, I guess you could say, officially started dating. But it never progressed past dating. And it was starting to get frustrated for me because we started doing relationship things like visiting each other's cities. So we probably visited each other. We even went to a new city together. This was probably like 5 times. And after that, like after being intimate, emotionally, physically, all of that, I was just like, okay, whoa. And we had a previous friendship. So I was like, why are you so hesitant to make it official if we've done lots of things? So I decided to walk away because I was like, this is starting to feel overwhelming to me without the actual like title or structure of a relationship.
Sure.
But we're doing everything that's in a relationship. And he was just like, he just feels like he wants to have his life in better quality or order before making it super official. So my question is, like, we still are somewhat in contact now. Like I said, I did walk away. We have like a lot of similar social circles and work relationship circles. And so it was challenging because it's like, okay, I can walk away from you, but we're still somewhat at each other's orbit. So it's hard to just like act like you don't exist. And now we're just kind of like at this crossroads. I would say he definitely has some like serious life things going on. And I'm learning that men feel like they got to have everything together before. Some men feel like they need to have everything together before. And yeah, now we just at this crossroads where I'm just like, is it wise to continue to entertain this person in this romantic way?
Okay.
Or, yeah.
So, like, when you met, how long ago did you start dealing with him?
I guess it'd technically be like, it was 2026. So maybe like 2.5, almost 3 years ago.
Okay. But y'all were friends first.
Yeah.
So
he was approaching me like, I'd love to date you and stuff. But I was like, realistically, right now is not the best time. But I think we should just develop a good friendship first and then try dating.
Okay. Doesn't seem serious. Because fundamentally, what would change if y'all became official? What would change based on what you're already doing?
I think it would be more like future plans together and like intentionally folding each other into each other's life.
Okay. That's true. But that wouldn't be a immediate change, right?
Yeah, I definitely think that's a change that would take some time to
Yeah.
implement.
So the only thing that would change immediately would be just the title, right?
When you put it like that, yeah.
So nothing. He's already kind of playing the role in a sense.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, why would you play the role? I wasn't trying to flip the script on him per se, but I was just like, you're functioning on that level now, so
Uh huh. So if he so considering that nothing functionally would change for the most part, he's already kind of behaving like he's in a relationship with you, and he doesn't want the title. That tells me that he is not really trying to be in a relationship with you. Because with relationships comes expectations,
right.
right? I got to be faithful to you, right? I got to really take this seriously. Doesn't want to. He'd rather just have access to you and continue doing what y'all are currently doing.
Noted.
If he can show up the way he's showing up now in the current life situation that he's currently in, then he could also be in a relationship with you because nothing would change.
Right. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I guess I think moving forward, like I said, we were gonna have a deeper conversation. We put some time aside to like really talk about it, and just try to be like emotionally present. I would say he was very consistent, very intentional. Never made me feel any other type of way. But then the conversation, when it did come to like committing, came up. He was just like, I just want to be in a better like financial life situation. I was just like, okay. I mean, I'm not asking you to pay bills and stuff yet. I mean, if you want to be that type of provider later down the line, but currently I'm asking for like emotional presence and like structure, commitment, stuff like that. And I wasn't getting the answer that I wanted, so I was just like, well, leave me alone.
Yeah. So that's all, love. I know that's frustrating, but that's the situation.
For sure. So noted, he's just not serious for real.
Not about being in a relationship with you, no.
No. Okay, thank you.
No problem, love. You take care.
Yes.
Hello.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I popped in on here, and you guys are talking about relationships and long distance relationships and porn. Oh, so I have a friend that I've been friends with for 30 something years, and we just kind of like reconnected about 2 years ago. So, we've been back and forth talking with each other. And it's like, we are sex texting. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta stop this because I don't know if this healthy. So it's like I kind of like find myself in his porn category. Like, how in the hell did I get trapped in this sex testing that now turned out into porn?
Okay, we got. Hold on, love. We got to stop saying the P word. Okay, this is TikTok.
Okay. And he told me that he deleted his P because he has me, and I'm like, what? You need to keep that because that is going to, do what you needed to do. Don't exclude me with it. I'm having fun too with it, but it's just like, how in the heck did I end up getting in the mix of all this engaging, talking with him, and here we are in the mix of that, and it's like he's having financial difficulties right now. So I'm trying to let him do what he needs to do to get his paper together. So, he can at least fly me out, either pay for the room, either one, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to do it all. So would I look like a trick if I trick off on myself and go and do everything because I want it just as much as he wanted, or should I just let him meet me down the middle?
Who was talking? Was somebody with you, or is Buddy not muted?
Yeah, he wasn't muted.
Take that weird nigga down. Was he reacting to what she was saying? I hope not. Okay, so your question is what? Would you be a trick if you flew out to him?
Yeah, because I want to trick off myself. Like, okay, forget it. I can't stand it anymore.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to fly out to him, you can fly out to him.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like, okay, I'm giving him the best, for nothing. And it's not about, him paying for everything, because it's never been about money. We have a long distance.
Yeah, people they get into goofy situations because they let their ego get wrapped up into it, right? It's like all that's important. What do you want to do? You want to fly out there, right?
Yeah, I want to fly out there.
So then fly out there. It's that simple.
But should my friend feel like that he should at least pay for something. But if he having financial difficulties, and I'm not worried about that because when he comes here, he showed me a good time, and I'm willing to do the same.
Exactly. Yes. Your friend is getting into game playing mode. It don't matter, right? You just want to fly out there because y'all been building sexual tension for a very long time, right?
Yep.
So then fly out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do.
Do what you want to do. She's coming from a frame like you're doing him a favor. It's like, no, you're doing yourself a favor because this is what you want to do.
Yeah, but what trips me out that he said he deleted his site because he has me, and I'm just like, what? So I'm thinking like, should I just stop sex testing him and just try to find other conversations to talk about other than that, because it's been a long time since we hooked up, and it's like he's attached to it. Like, I'm not trying to just let it be just about that.
Okay, well then talk about other things. If you don't want it to just be your relationship to be based just on the physical, then introduce another different types of conversations to the relationship. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking just to do, because our friendship is very, very strong, but it's like he's single and I'm single, and I'm just like having a long distance relationship. I don't know, would that work?
Mm-hmm.
So here I am, almost about to book a flight. And just go hang out with him for a little while to see if that calm him down a little bit, because it's like sex texting is too much. It's too much, and it's like you want it but you can't have it.
Yeah, but
I gotta work. I can't book it tonight. I wish I can. I'm definitely planning on booking it in 2 weeks.
Sounds good, love. But I gotta get to another caller though. But best of luck to you. All right.
Thank you.
Take care. All right. She's nice. What's going on?
Hey. Okay, so I just want a little advice from like a male perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been talking to this man. We've been talking for like a month and some change, and this is like the first time. Cause I got out of a relationship like a year and some change ago, so this is like the first person who I've talked to freshly, and I actually like him, you know?
Mhm.
So when we first started talking, it was very consistent. Like, we was talking every day. We used to be on FaceTime, hanging out. We hung out at least like once or twice a week. And like these last 2 weeks, shit kind of been like slowing down, and it's made me realize that my anxious attachment style is coming back up, because I used to have an anxious attachment style and I went to therapy and did all the things, but I'm noticing like my stomach be bumbling, like when I don't talk to him, like my stomach be bubbling and shit. So I've noticed myself kind of like flying off the handle a little bit when I don't hear from him. And I'll say, like, it's been 2 instances when I said something that I didn't really mean, and then I have to backtrack, and I have to get on the phone, and I have to talk to him, have a conversation, and make it clear, like, damn, I'm sorry, I let my impulsiveness get in the way of, like, you know, I don't want to stop talking to you, I was just being impulsive. So that happened today. It was an instance I did that, like, a week ago, and then I did it again today, and I talked to him, and we had a conversation, and he basically was like, you know, he understands, da-da-da-da. But I still feel really bad because I feel like I'm stressing him out, and I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of thinking, like, I just want to know, should I initiate? Because I want to, like, see him tomorrow and, like, maybe, like, take him out to eat or something and, like, do something nice to be like, you know, I'm sorry that I keep, you know, letting my emotions get in the way or whatever. But I don't know if I should do that because I'm also trying to be in, like, my feminine bag, you know? So I just don't know how to navigate this situation.
Okay. You been dating him for how long?
Month and some change since like December.
Okay. And what were you doing? You said you were doing something emotional. What were you doing again?
Like, I would just text him, like, okay, because it was, like I said, at first we were, like, consistently talking, FaceTiming, seeing each other, like, once or twice a week. And then, like, last week, he went, like, we talked damn near the whole day. And then, like, it was, like, from 4 to the next morning, we didn't talk. And he texted me good morning. And he was like, oh, he was helping his brother move around or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, like, you kind of, the way it made me feel, I told him I didn't want to talk to him no more. But I didn't really mean that. I just felt like that, like, damn, you fuck with my mental right now. So I told him I didn't want to talk no more. And then we had a conversation. And then today, yesterday we had another conversation because he was taking very long to text me back, and it was bothering me because I'm like, damn, you was not like this in the beginning. So, like, what's happening now that all of a sudden you slowing up? So I just wanted some clarity on that, and he was not giving me the clarity that I wanted. So I told him I didn't want to talk again. But once again, I really did not mean that shit, and I really like him, and I don't want to stop talking to him. So I don't know. I had a conversation with him. I told him, like, damn, I'm sorry. You know, I don't really mean that. I just really need clarity. Like, you feel me? I need communication. I need to know, like, what's going on. And he told me that he understands that he's gonna, like, you know, try to make a better effort. But I still feel like, damn, I feel bad because I do keep doing that, and I know I don't mean it, but it's just, like, impulsive. So I'm trying to think, like, should I, you know, do what I say, like, just, like, hit him up, like, you know, take him out to dinner or something, do something nice for him just to show him, like, I'm sorry type shit.
No, that doesn't solve the problem.
Okay.
The real problem is your anxious attachment. So taking him out for dinner doesn't solve the problem. The problem is you have to stop being so needy.
I know that. I do know that. And I'm working on it. Like, I literally hit up ChatGPT. Like, I need some journal prompts. I need something, like, to help me calm. Like, I watch some YouTube videos because I'm telling you, like, I went to therapy for this before because I used to do it, and I stopped doing it. But I think since this is the first person who I've talked to that I actually like within the last year, because I haven't been talking to nobody. So me talking to him, and I actually like him, I think it's, like, bringing it back up for me. And plus, he was very consistent at first. So to slow up out of nowhere is, like, it's just, I think it's just bringing it back up for me. But
yeah.
I told
That's
him,
the thing. Like, with therapy, you can only, like, start healing your attachment style if you are in a relationship. You can't do it in therapy.
Right.
You can talk about it in therapy. You're not going to actually make any change. They can tell you what to do in the future when you're in that situation, but it don't work that way. Like, you didn't heal from anxious attachment. You just was never in a situation for it to activate. And being in a situation for it to activate means you were dealing with someone who you really like. So, what do you do now? First thing, simple rule, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you feel that anxiety, don't do anything.
Okay.
Okay? That's the rule you have to live by. If you just do that, you help this situation. Okay? Never take an action, send a text, make a phone call when you feel that way.
Okay.
Priority number one when you feel that way is to regulate your nervous system. Calm it back down. How do you do that? There's breathing exercises you can Google. There's a somatic exercise where you put one hand under your armpit, the other hand right here. This simulates a hug. It can help calm your nervous system down. That's what you have to calm your nervous system down first. Whatever you do when you feel that way is going to be the wrong thing. Okay?
Okay.
Like, write that in your heart. Whenever you feel that way, whatever you do while you're feeling that way is going to be the wrong thing. And it is going to sabotage the connection. So that's the most important thing I can tell you.
Okay.
Secondly, you got to get some business about yourself. The best advice given to people with anxious attachment is to pretend like they will never be in a relationship. Just pretend. You will, but pretend like you won't, right? How can you build a life where you are okay with that? Meaning the life that you built for yourself is so full that you don't even need a relationship. Now go build that life, right? Because when you do that, you don't require so much from the person you're with. Right now, the person you're dealing with is becoming everything to you. You're talking to them all day. And now if they don't respond in an hour or two, you're spiraling on what they possibly could be doing.
Right.
You're not busy enough with other things. You have to build your own life so that you don't need that attention so much, right? Because the thing with anxious attachment is the reason why you push people, like how anxious attachers push people away is they make that feeling, right, another person's responsibility.
Yeah, and I said that, I was like, that's not right. Like, that's not.
Like,
that's
as an
not-
adult, you have to take accountability for that feeling. It's your problem to deal with.
Yeah.
It's not his problem to deal with. It's not, I feel this way, so you need to talk to me more. No. It is, I feel this way, now let me go deal with it. Then after I deal with it, then I'll come back and speak with you. Okay?
Right.
So just start, you say you sound like you look into things for yourself. So just start looking into different somatic exercises, different ways to start calming your nervous system down, right? You'll have to experiment a bit. Find which ones work best for you. So when you get activated, find which ones seem to calm you down the best. You can even try taking a nap. I don't know if your work schedule is like, but like taking a nap, taking a walk. Cold exposure is good too. Like if you take a cold shower or put your head like in the freezer or something like that, or like an ice bucket of water, right? That can calm you down a little bit. But just start experimenting to see which behaviors calm your nervous system down the most. Okay, what were you saying?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I think that's another thing because I have a lot of free time because I trade, so I'm usually done doing whatever I'm doing by like 12 o'clock. So I have the rest of the day to do just whatever.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah,
That doesn't help at all. Yeah.
I started going to the gym. Like, I went to the gym today, and it helped me feel a little better. That kind of gave me the courage to even call him because I texted him this morning. It gave me the courage after going to the gym to like just call him and have a conversation and let him know, like, I'm sorry type shit,
Mm-hmm.
So, but do you think that I should just give him space, or is it okay to hit him up tomorrow? Or
You can hit him up. This is what I want you to ask yourself before you reach out. Am I reaching out because I genuinely want to talk to this person, or am I reaching out because I'm testing to see if he still fucks with me?
Okay.
All right. If it's the latter, if you're testing to see if he still fucks with you, don't test him.
Okay.
If you genuinely want to talk to him, then you can talk to him.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that. Thank you.
All right, love. Best of luck to you. All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, no more calls. Boy. Started off weird. We picked up more normalcy as the calls progressed. Thank God. Shout out to Hoodie. What's her name? Hoodie something? I think she's left already. For resetting the room. What's going on, chat? How we feeling? How long has she been with him? I don't know. She's going now, unfortunately. Tonight was rough. Yeah, some weird people out there, man. There's some weirdos out there, but it is what it is. Oh, she was with him for 1 month. Saving that advice from my anxiously attached friend. Okay. She said November, I think. No, CMBDA3. Don't be talking to me right now because you've been ignoring me. You ignored the last 2 questions I've asked you. I don't like that. I'm offended. I don't like it. My feelings are hurt. We're going no contact. I got to go with no contact with you. One passionate month. Yeah. I literally talk to myself in the mirror when my anxious attachment is triggered. What do you say to yourself in the mirror when your anxious attachment is triggered? Let me stop streaming.